inside. Connection tool. E0 always goes on the inside, or you try to put it on the inside as much as you can, and then the other one will be E1. So. Now I need to connect. If I'm going to set up ASTM, I need to connect an interface to the inside of the ASA. So to do that, I need to set up my cloud, right click and hit configure. Okay, and select the network. Alright. So in doing that, I need to, I have found it best to use VMware's connections instead of Microsoft loopback connector in this case, working with 8.4 code. I tried it with a Microsoft loopback connector and it didn't like me. So I'm going to set up a host VMware connection. How I can look at that, I need to look at two things. First, I need to see what the network IP is going to be. So here in the lab, it's 172.21.10.0/24. How I can best do that is if I go to my VMware Network Management tool, VMware, and it's the VMnet config. Or you can do a search for VMnet CFG. Alright. There's your VMware network tool for workstation / player, VMnet player. Alright, so as you can see, I need to create this 172.21.10 network. Now, I have two choices. I can either take an existing network, and change it, or I can create an entirely new adapter through VM. I'm going to do the latter. So I'm going to create an entirely new network in VMware. Okay? Pretty simple, actually. I hit add network. What am I going to name it? Well, I'm feeling lucky today, so we're going to make it lucky number 7. All right? You can make it, whatever you make it doesn't matter. So when it comes up host only, which is fine. So I then need to give it an IP address. You see it kind of auto-generated its own IP address. Right? So I need to come down here and change that. Do that here at the subnet IP. .172.21.10. 24-bit subnet mask. I can go ahead and do DHCP settings here. If I change my network, I need to change the DHCP setting. I'm just going to start it at 100. Relight 199. Don't worry about the spots. Okay? Everybody see how I did that? Do I have any questions whatsoever on how to set up a VMware network using the virtual network editor? Once, twice, so click OK or apply OK. We'll do some service stuff, come back, install the host adapter. Good. So, how do I check to make sure that worked? That's an excellent question. Here's how you check to make sure it worked. Open up an administrator command prompt. Type in ipconfig all. I suggest you do a pipe more so you can page through the pages. Otherwise, it's going to go really fast by your screen. ipconfig space / all space pipe space more. All right. Here I can look at all my different interface configurations. So there's my local area connection 4. That's a Microsoft Loopback Adapter 2. Here's local area connection 3, which is my primary Microsoft Loopback adapter. There's my wireless LAN. You can see that I'm actually connected to CPP. My internet connection is. There's my Ethernet, my hard cable, which I actually have that in. I have an IP there as well. And now I get into my VMnets, my virtual machine networks. There's VMnet 1. VMnet 8. There's VMnet 2. And look at there, VMnet 7. The one we just created. See, the 172.21.10 network. It's got .1. It's IP address. .1 is its IP address. Which is fine. Okay? But we're going to have a little bit of an issue. Here's why. If I'm .1, and the inside interface of my ASA's got to be .1, what are we going to have? An IP conflict. So, we got to do one of two things. We either got to change the IP address of the inside of the ASA, or we got to change the IP address of our network adapter. So, I'm going to say, let's change the IP address of our network adapter. Do that a couple different ways. I'm in Windows 7, so I'm going to right-click on my network connections and open my Network and Sharing Center. We'll go over here to Change Adapter Settings. We'll look for VMnet 7. Right-click and click Properties. Go to IPv4 settings and click Properties. So I'm just going to make my IP address .2. And point it at what that ASA is going to be, which is going to be .1. Okay. Here, through, do that command again, look for VM. That is really getting annoying. What the hell are you running over there? There, now you see VMnet 7 is dot 2. Questions on changing your IP address of your host adapter? All right. Let's press on, shall we? So now, we can come back to our cloud. We're configuring our cloud. We're going to select VMnet 7. Actually, excuse me. Uh-oh. I don't have a VMnet 7. So I did that while I was running DNS 3. So if you started this already, this is what you're going to do. Save your project, file, save project, file, save project. Everybody with me? Anybody not with me? File, save project, save where you're at. File, save project. Close DNS 3. We're going to restart it so it picks up that adapter. Go back into DNS 3. And this time, instead of new project, click open project. Look for that Lab3 that you made. Topology. Open. There we go. Now, right click and configure. Why would you need me in that 7? Don't tell me I have to reboot my machine. I'm going to be really mad if I reboot my machine. This really stinks. Word to the wise, if you're going to create a new VMnet for DNS3 to pick it up, you've got to reboot your machine.